Hey everybody, here for my last comic book video, just showing you my graphic novels. This one is going to be my indie graphic novels. This would include Top Cow and just a lot of the other ones. I know Dark Horse is in here, quite a few, but let's get started just to show you. This one is The Darkness, the collector's edition, or collected edition. I haven't actually read this one. I just got it maybe a week ago. I ended up finding it for $1 at a thrift store. Really liked it. The Darkness has always been a good character. I really actually enjoyed the video game. I played that video game through. And I have actually a few more of the Darkness stuff in here. But hopefully you really, enjoy the Darkness, because he is a good character and definitely one of the main rosters in Top Cow. So, put that one down here. The next one is one I actually showed on Instagram. It's called The Force to Be Reckoned With, Savage Dragon series. I really like Savage Dragon. I think he is a character that I really want to see in movie form. Actually, I just saw a mock-up or a fan choice to make The Rock play him. I posted it on Instagram. I thought it was really good. If you want to see these Instagram photos and just follow a little more detailed, see what I get, all that, go to GIF4434 at Instagram, or on Instagram, and you'll find me. Yeah, this one was definitely a good one. It talks about the introduction and the dissolving of Freak Force. It also has a short little comic with the Turtles. Yep, the Ninja Turtles. So definitely IDW style. Really like this one. Definitely worth the read. I'd pick that one up. Then I have Hulk versus Pit. Now, Pit is pretty much a combination between the Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. He has extreme strength, and he has razor sharp claws made out of his fingernails, but he also has a healing factor. He also has a twin brother who is psychic. Definitely a good story. Definitely one of the better ones. It is a Marvel and Marvel and Top Cow crossover. Definitely worth reading. Quite enjoyed it. I know that the Pit figure was actually one of the Build-A-Figures of the Marvel the Indie Legends. So check that out. It's definitely worth it. I know he's pretty expensive though on the internet. So I have another one here called Mind Hunter. Now this is the Darkness and Witchblade, Predator, and Alien. Yeah, I know. It introduces Witchblade and Darkness fighting the Predators and Aliens. I love the Predators and Aliens series, as you probably know. I think it was a really enjoyable series. I will be doing a room tour, and I actually have a little bit of a shrine to Alien vs. Predator and Prometheus at that time. You'll be able to see how much I love Alien vs. Predator and what they do. The old Alien movies, the old Predator movies. But seeing Witchblade and Darkness, it was too good to pass up. Definitely a good read. Quite enjoyed it. So I have another one here. This one made by IDW. Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles. Yep, this is the story that they did really well, where the Ghostbusters and the Ninja Turtles are actually universe crossing, and where the Ninja Turtles and the Ghostbusters decide to work together and stop a ghost from different dimension hopping and taking over all the dimensions. just an amazing. Here you can see that Casey Jones is in it. He is possessed. I know April O'Neil's also in here, and quite a few other of the Ghostbuster characters. So definitely a good read. I really enjoyed this one. So check that one out. Then I have a book called Top Cow's Best of Michael Turner. Now Michael Turner is one of the Top Cow's finest artists and authors. He does books for Darkness, did one for Witchblade and Tomb Raider. Just a really good series. There's Tomb Raider right there, and Darkness, of course, Witchblade, and kind of a master hand type thing. I don't know who that's to. It's been a while since I've read this. I've actually had this for a very long time and gotten rid of a lot of comics and graphic novels since then, but this one has always survived. So definitely a good read. Michael Turner is one of my favorite artists, so hopefully you'll be able to pick it up and enjoy it. The last four, last four are all done by Dark Horse, and they're pretty much all in the same universe. This one is Lobster Johnson, The Burnt Hand. Again, if you followed me on Instagram, if you followed me on YouTube, you know I absolutely love Hellboy. I think he's a great universe. I think he's a great story. And Lobster Johnson's part of that universe, part of that story. But this one actually takes place in World War II and just shows you what kind of action you can expect from Lobster Johnson. I know it's a creepy and stupid name, but he is a really good character. And I am actually pretty glad to see that they have made a pop vinyl figure of him along with the Hellboy crew. So, and some new villains that I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be part of the new movie. So, definitely a book worth reading. I've read all of these, actually, of the Hellboy series, and I just knocked it a little. Yep. So, back to the shaky cam. Alright. This one is called Hellboy, Masks and Monsters. Now, this one actually is a series of stories that actually teams him up with other characters. Two being from DC and one being another indie character. Of course, we got Batman and Starman as the two DC characters, and Ghost as the other indie character. So, really good stories, quite enjoyable, definitely worth reading, especially if you like Hellboy and crossovers. Michael Mignola is by far my favorite artist. Just an amazing guy. His storytelling is really, really good. Hellboy has definitely been one of my favorite stories, and he just does such an amazing job with telling it and watching. Unfortunately, he is, as far as I know right now, he stopped writing. He actually turned it over, and to be honest, the last comic books that they did of Hellboy haven't been as good. But I do know Michael Mignola worked really close with Guillermo del Toro to work on those first two movies. I am going to be disappointed that those two will not be in this or will not be at least collaborators in this next Hellboy film. But of course, without Ron Perlman, I'm not feeling good about any of this, really. So, unfortunately. But the comics are definitely good, and this one is definitely enjoyable. So, got this one, Michael Mignola, Hellboy, The Chained Coffin, and others. Actually, just a bunch of short stories. The Chained Coffin is actually one of Michael Mignola's most beloved stories about Hellboy. Definitely a good one. There's also another story in here where he ends up fighting the Irish Tooth Fairy. It doesn't sound, as good, but they were definitely a good story, quite enjoyable. Definitely a good read. So, Chained Coffin. Got to read that one. And of course, the last one, the Conqueror of the Worm. Conqueror Worm. And this one has also has Lobster Johnson in it, and it also has the, I want to say Homunculus, which is another character that has been introduced into Hellboy series quite a lot. So definitely a good story. I used to have the Wolves, Hellboy versus the Wolves or something like that. Unfortunately, I sold that one. It was out of print. I really should have kept it, but it got sold in a box that I didn't intend to sell. So unfortunately, that was one of the casualties I had. So that's it for my indie. I know I need to get more. I think there was a point in time where I just kind of had a huge purge. I need to find some more because I know I have a Superman and Darkness comic, a graphic novel, and unfortunately I don't have that one anymore. And I had the omnibus of Witchblade, the first 100 comics. So really enjoyed that one. Kind of miss it. It was about $100 when I bought, or when I found it, and I ended up buying it for $49. I don't think I'm going to get such a good break this next time, but definitely got to find it again. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and always just enjoy what you're reading. I know I'm going to get to a lot of the comics that I told you I would and try to read them. I did these three in one day. So if you like this video, let me know. And definitely in the comments. And if there's like little fact checking, I obviously don't know everything about comics. I am a comic book fan, but I admit I don't know everything. So, and I'm sure there's someone out there who's going to go, well, I do, and you're wrong, and blah blah blah. That's fine. But hopefully you guys will watch. Read. Hopefully this sparks your interest in reading, and hopefully you get down to it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.